Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 5, Episode 4 of our original D&D Chainmail series. We are playing the Siege of Minas Tirith. We've got the orcs and the forces of Gondor on the board. We're going to jump back into gameplay. Thanks for watching. Wrapped up round number 3. We're going to jump into round number 4 of our Chainmail series. This is the Minas Tirith for Chainmail. We've got the forces of Gondor in Mordor and a number of siege weapons. We've got our siege tower, our Black Uruk. We're going to start to climb into that this round. We've also got Grond against the front gate, and we've had a wall breach as well. So we will push into gameplay. This round is also called the Ride of the Rohirrim. So we're going to get our first troops to help support. Trumpets echo across the plain from the north. Theoden leads the Riders of Rohan into the rear of Mordor's forces. Trebuchet sheafs break and flee as cavalry crashes through the black ranks. For a fleeting moment, hope charges the hooves of thunder. Yeah, so let me just show you some photos here too. I had this created here. We've got the orcs lay siege to Minas Tirith. We've got the Grond unleashed. And now we've got the Riders of Rohan coming in. The Riders of Rohan coming in as reinforcements. So we'll get into that gameplay in this round, round 4. Before we do, quick word from this channel's sponsor, and then we will jump into gameplay. Thank you for watching. Pontos Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got a bookstore link down in the description where you can pick up books like The Genealogy of Cthulhu, Hermeticism of Hastur, and The Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, 3 of the 6 volumes of the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence. We've also got the Esoteric Saturn Mysteries, Esoteric Dragon Mysteries, and our study of anthroposophy and occulted history with articles on Tolkien. Finally, we've got the newest offering, Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands, each volume taking place in another one of H.P. Lovecraft's dreamland cities, Aimless in the city of Cellophase, Hope's Home in Dalathleen, and Stubborn Devotions in Ruined Thron with the Temple of Hypnos. Now back to our gameplay. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into round 4, the Ride of the Rohirrim. We will roll initiative for our Mordor forces and for our Gondor forces. Mordor wins the initiative again, so we will jump into Mordor's attacks. Let's go ahead and start with our Uruk, Black Uruk. We'll have 2 climbing up into this position. A 3rd up here. We'll advance these Uruk like this as they line up for climbing the siege tower. We will also have a roll for Grond. Let's go ahead and have Grond. Well, first let's do this trebuchet attack here. We're going to target those archers at the top, and we do get this stone onto the archers. So archers have been knocked out by a stone to the tower. So 2 of our 6 archers have been disabled. Let's go ahead and also have Grond, as I mentioned. Grond will go ahead with second roll there. Grond is going to have more damage. That the front gate is holding, but there is a pierced wall here from Grond. So let's go ahead and bring our orcs into the gap here. So we'll have these 2 first orcs able to attack. We'll also start cycling these orcs around. And let's have this troll also start to engage them. The troll has 9 motion, so we'll get him to here. So the troll will leave that bombast behind, that culvert there behind, and it will go to attack there. We'll also get to have an attack of these two Uruk against the forces on the wall. So those will go back. So Mordor and allies. Mordor and allies. We have the... Okay, so we get... These Uruk are taking 2 of our Gondor forces. So pretty brutal. Chopping into the forces of Gondor. We can also have the Witch King. He will go ahead and fly over. He can also do an attack. Let's have him attack. We got the Witch King here. They can roll a morale check on their roll, but first he will attack in the back plane, and he's going to get one of these Gondor troops. So Witch King versus the Gondor troop. Been pulled out. We'll place him back up on the tower as he flies around. Okay. Next we will have... I think that's going to wrap it up. So let's go to the Gondor players. So what we'll do is we're going to bring up from the rear the Rohirrim. So we'll have both troops and horses. The horses will be leading. So we have reinforcements on the way. You see these? I'm placing them in the back here. Let's just move them up into shot. Okay, they're right here. So the Rohirrim are here. And there'll also be infantry behind. So these have come on the scene. Let's just say that the wargs, when the horns sounded, the wargs turned around. So these wargs were able to sort of turn around. Maybe they can be partially turned like this. Because that would have been, we'll give them a roll for that. Just to give them a roll. Okay, they got the roll, so they can do that. And we have these Rohirrim troops coming in from behind. So let's go ahead and we will give the Rohirrim. Let's have the troops will go in 2 waves. We'll have these guys circle this way to disable the catapult, and we'll have these troops moving forward to attack those riders. The Gondor allies with the riders of Rohan, they can move 12, so they'll just move up to this position. Full charging here. Actually, they go all the way up to the top of the board. That will be resolved probably next round. Let's move these troops. They'll move 9 this way, so we'll move them like this, and then we can just do the line across like this. And let's have these 2 fall behind here, as they're going to kind of come around this pile of rocks here. Okay, so that'll be their move. Next up, archers. Our archers can fire down onto the orcs. We only have 4 archers at this point. Go ahead and roll our archers. And we're going to get 2 more orcs out of this volley. We'll also have... Oh, last round we didn't have the orcs fight those... Sorry, we needed 2 orcs to fight last round. Let me just catch it now. 2 orcs fighting in the breach. And they are able to grab 2 of our warriors. So we really got to hold that breach there. Let's go ahead now and have those 2 warriors return attack. They miss it. So orcs are still present there, holding the wall. And let's have Gandalf. Gandalf can do an attack as well. So Gandalf attacking the Witch King let's have Gandalf try to cast some protection over the people. Gandalf will cast a protection spell that basically negates the. We've got a protection spell that we can cast for Gandalf. He will cast that. That will negate the morale checks that we have to do because of the fearfulness of the Witch King. So people see Gandalf there and they are kind of giving confidence. Okay, I think that's going to wrap it up for the round. We will see you in round number 5. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.